Hey guys, it's Bella and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I have my first ever plan with me in my Penny Pages A5 wide coiled. I'm using the New Year's kit from the sticker party. I did just add a freeze frame on this because I realized that I did my intro a little too quickly and I just didn't have enough time to talk. But yeah, as always, I have my sidebar down, so I'm tracking my Duolingo and reading, which I did a terrible job this week at my reading, but that is something to work on. I also have a this week section and a next week section, and I did also fill in some of my dinners for the week because I did film this on Monday, the 4th of January. So yeah, I did sort of do this as a memory spread just because I wasn't really sure how I was going to kind of do this plan with me, I guess, because it's a new planner and a new sort of layout. So yeah, so starting off with Monday, I am just putting in my full box at the bottom, and I realized that with this planner, like the spacing is almost perfect, I would say. So yeah, I was originally going to use the glitter headers on top of the full boxes, but I realized that the pink on pink just wasn't for me, so I decided to pull in this Simply Gilded 5mm washi strip, which this was from the Bold Pop collection, like 2 years ago, I think it was. So yeah, I just thought this green would look really nice, and there's a little bit of green in the kit, and it's sort of like a similar color. And also because the glitter headers were sort of this pinky color, I thought that sort of pinky rose gold kind of color would look nice. That sort of, well, it's not pinky, it's like more coppery, but you know what I mean. Anyways, besides the point. So yeah, I just put in my headers and I sort of spaced them like how they are printed, and that actually kind of worked out well. So that's good to know that I don't need to white out my entire planner to use it, because I was previously using a different planner last year where everything basically had to be whited out. So yeah. So starting off with my today section, I marked in that Monday was a public holiday because the previous weekend was Boxing Day in Australia, and because it fell on a Saturday, that meant that the Monday was just a public holiday. So yeah, I used that script, which is from Arctic Paper Studio, and because this kit didn't come with any washi strips, I just used this sort of like bow header, which was from Wild Summer Designs. It was from a freebie that I got like ages ago. I recently reorganized like all my leftover stickers from kits and also all my like freebies stickers, so I have been trying to use those where I can. And then on Monday I also had a driving lesson, so I used the car icon from the kit over one of the boxes from the kit, and for some reason, I don't know if it was the heat or something, I was just feeling super tired, super drained, so yeah, I just marked that in with a flag and this little sleeping mask from the GP Studio to mark in that I was feeling exhausted. And then later in the evening, like sort of after my nap, I did a few things. So I think here I was just working out the order of which I wanted to mark things, and I think I was looking for some labels, but at the bottom I marked in sort of setting up my planner because I did sort of put the base down for this spread, like the sort of washi and the sidebar and whatnot, and I think I did also do some work on my notes pages as well, like I filled out the base for like my notes pages and my like little vision board and all that kind of stuff, which I will kind of go through when I do my monthly setup when that kit comes in, so I can sort of show you how I'm doing my notes section, because I don't think I'll be filming my notes pages just because I think it's a little easier if I set it up like in my own time, but I can show you what it looks like when I do my monthly spreads, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I used the planning girl from Fox and Cactus to mark in setting up my planner, and here I realized that I wanted to like fill in the labels and boxes as I went, so I just did that, and then I marked in that I posted to Instagram because I had to catch up on a few posts. I had some December like weekly spreads that I wanted to showcase, as well as I wanted to showcase this kit because I knew I was going to be using it for this week. So yeah, so that little camera icon is from Arctic Paper Studio, and then I'm not sure where the label is from just because it was in my leftover stash, and then the YouTube binge script is from belleplannerco, and the YouTube icon is from the sticker party because I did catch up on YouTube videos that were posted sort of like over the Christmas period, just because I don't know, I spent like Christmas week working, and then like I kind of just unplugged and just slept and relaxed. So I had a lot of videos and things to catch up on, so that was nice. So then moving on to Tuesday, I put in my full box at the top, and then again just did my other headers, and I decided to do like a scattered pattern, if that makes sense. So like you'll kind of see what I mean, but yeah, it kind of like goes in like a diagonal. So yeah, and then on Tuesday I had payday, so I just marked in payday with the flag, I guess, and because like there was space and I didn't really like have anything else to put in there, I just marked like what it was payday for. So it was payday for like the shifts that I worked Christmas week, so I just put like Christmas shifts. And then that day I received Happy Mail, so that Happy Mail script is from Simply Beautiful Plans. It was from a freebie ages and ages ago, but it was also in rose gold, and I just had never used it, so I thought I would pull it in with this spread because I was already using that sort of like rose gold coppery Simply Gilded washi. So yeah, that Happy Mail was to mark in that I've received some headphones that I ordered, because one of my like Christmas presents was a particular pair of headphones, and I had meant to buy them like ages ago when they were in stores because it was like a limited edition color, but we kind of, I don't know, forgot about it. And then we went to like buy Christmas presents, and we went to like the store that had them, and they were actually like sold out of that color. So mum ended up buying like one of the other colors for herself, and then she was like, look, we can go online and see if we can find the color that I wanted. So we found them on Catch, which is like kind of like an Australian like shop, like Australian website that's kind of like Amazon and eBay kind of put together, because it's like multiple sellers, but it's like all, I don't know, it's all in one place, but it's like official stuff, like it's like legit. So yeah, we went on there and it ended up being like a little bit cheaper than it was in stores anyways. So yeah, so I got my headphones, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, and then I marked in that I had to bring the bins in, so that bin icon is from Fantasy Design Store. And then I did a grocery run, which that was a struggle because it was super hot that day, and then on top of that my like carry bag broke, like the zip on it broke, so that was fun. I had to like walk down the highway with my shopping, and like I had to hold it in a certain way so that stuff wouldn't fall out of the bag. That was really awkward. But anyways, so that little grocery sticker is from Starlight Paper Studio, and then I went to Pilates that day, so that sticker is from Mockery. And then that night I was really bored. I don't know what prompted me to watch this. I think it just like came up on my like Netflix recommended page, so I ended up watching Magic Mike, which I had actually never seen before, and I don't know, I was kind of like underwhelmed by it because I know like it's somewhat hyped of a movie, or at least it was when it came out. So I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of boring. Like, I don't know, it was quite slow. But anyways, I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, I ended up watching Magic Mike just randomly. So that was funny. So yeah, that movie night sticker is from the GP Studio. And then I marked in watching my K-drama at the top. So I was watching Private Lives, which is a K-drama. I'm almost finished. I have like, I think 3 episodes left, but it's actually really good. It's kind of confusing, like the plot's a little confusing because it like time skips quite a bit throughout, but it's pretty like interesting concept. So yeah, and that's on Netflix, by the way. So then on Wednesday, I again just put in like my headers and my full box in the middle, and then the first thing I marked down was receiving Happy Mail, because I had ordered some K-pop albums for my girlfriend, because basically we are like doing sort of like our Christmas and birthday gifts together this year, because her birthday is in March and mine is in a couple of weeks. So we decided to buy each other like 2 K-pop albums each and sort of like send them to each other. So I had received one of the ones that I had ordered, I think the week prior, because that came from like a local, like the local chain of this, the local store of this chain. What am I trying to say? Whereas the other album like was on back order, so it had to come from the Sydney office, which is like the head office, I guess. So that actually arrived that day, so that's what I marked in. And then I marked in FaceTiming with my girlfriend, and I showed her that her album arrived and everything. So yeah, so that phone icon is from Arctic Paper Studio, and then I think I just didn't really do much that day, so I marked in that I washed my hair with a little icon from the Carpe Diem sticker book. And then I wanted to mark in that I went and ran errands, so I used this little box, which is a leftover from a GP Studio mystery kit, and then I used the little like shopping bag icon, which was from the sweet planner, I believe, to mark in that I did go and run some errands because I had to go and buy like eggs, and then I had to go to like this, like the shop that sells like crystals and stuff, because every year Mum buys like a moon calendar that has like the phases of the moon, and it's technically like for planting. It's like called a moon planting calendar because yeah, you're supposed to like do gardening and all these kinds of things based on the moon. But we sort of just use it more so to see like planetary things, you know, like the moon phases and like where the moon is and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's kind of complicated, but it's just something my mom's always done. So I had to go and pick that up because like the new ones were out, and I think I went like before Christmas and they didn't have them yet, and then I forgot to go like the previous week, so I ended up going this week. So yeah, and then I did also have to go and go to the news agency because we had bought like scratch tickets for Christmas and we did have some winnings, so I had to go and like exchange the scratch tickets, which we ended up just getting more scratch tickets and then we didn't win anything, so that's what happens. But anyways, so then on Thursday I marked in that it was New Year's Eve. So again, I did that in the same way that I marked the public holiday. I just used a little bow header, which was from 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚙𝚜 Designs, and then the script from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚙𝚜 Studio. And then that day I had work, which my final shift for 2020, which was fun. And yes, I used the work little script, which was actually like really old. It's from Station Stickers, from when she used to do like foiled overlays with her kits. And again, it was in rose gold, so I just thought, I have it, why not use it? And also I didn't feel like using two 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚙 Studio scripts like back to back. So yeah. And then I marked in going to dinner with my mum, so I used this like plate icon, which was from the kit. And then I actually put like what we did before that because I had to put this out of order, but basically we went shopping that day because I do work at like a shopping mall, and Mum doesn't work too far away from the mall that I work at, if that makes sense. So we decided to sort of do some shopping, like some early birthday shopping, like yeah. So I used the little like shopping bag from the kit, and then I did add a checklist underneath to mark like the places that we went to. And also at the top, I did add in my TV sort of again. So this was for like a different show, which is called Mellow is My Nature. And I watch it on Viki, which is like another sort of like streaming app, but it's like mainly for Asian dramas, I think. So yeah. And I've actually been really enjoying that as well. And then I just marked in Goodbye 2020 with a little icon from the Carpe Diem sticker book. And then I didn't actually like fill out Thursday's plans on paper just because this planner is new, so the page is quite low on the left side, and so I need something to like lean on. So that's why I filled everything else on camera except for Thursday's plans that were like on paper, if that makes sense. But obviously, like for future videos, as this planner gets a bit more thick, I will be able to write, you know, on Thursday, but just at the moment, because the coil is quite big in comparison, I decided to fill it sort of like at the end, so I was able to put something like underneath my planner, so it was easy to write on. So yeah, anyways, moving on to Friday, I decided to use the box that says chapter 1, just because I thought like it was the perfect box. And then I also used like the sort of New Year's Eve like ball drop kind of full box on the New Year's Eve. So yeah, I just really, really love the art in this kit. Anyways, so for New Year's Day, again, I marked that the same way that I had previously marked sort of like the events. So with the bow header from 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚙𝚜 Designs, which is from a freebie, like I mentioned, and then the script, which is from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚙𝚜 Studio. So on the first, I had my Etsy build due, so I just used the little build due flag from the kit, and then I just wrote in Etsy and how much it was for, which it wasn't really for much, because I think I just had to renew like a couple of listings, I think, or maybe just one listing. I think it was just one listing actually. So that's what I was charged for. And then I had my driving lesson, which this day was quite interesting because we attempted parking. So that was fun. So again, that label is from the kit, and then the car icon is also from the sticker party, but this is from like a separate sheet, just because I did order that alongside this kit. because I knew I was going to use them. And I did actually want to buy like the YouTube icons that I had used in this spread, but I don't think she does them anymore. So yeah. Anyways, I did call my dad that day just to sort of like say Happy New Year and also have a check-in because he is in the process of moving. He moves house, I think, in the next like week or so. So yeah, that's very exciting. And then I marked in working on my January notes page. So I just used the little sort of, what is this called? Like a little sticky note sticker from the kit, and then the planning girl from Fox and Cactus, because yeah, I just filled in like the shows that I was watching and like some of the shows that I had finished, because I think I watched like a show that day. I think on New Year's Day I like watched a show on Stan, which is an Australian streaming service. So yeah, I think that's the day I watched it, or maybe it was the day after. No, I think that was the day that I watched it. So yeah, I marked that in, and then I also marked in buying clip art and papers on Etsy, because one of the art shops that I purchased from was having a sale that day. And I am sort of like in the process of organizing my shop for my reopening, because I am hoping to reopen in February with kits, and I'm also hoping to like, what's the word? I'm hoping to restart my like international shipping options. So yeah. And then moving on to Saturday, I marked in my TV show here at the top, which I kind of messed up because I wrote the name wrong for whatever reason. I just kind of thought this was the name of the show, but it is not. But yeah, I have been watching a web drama on YouTube. It's just a Korean web drama, but I've actually really, really been enjoying it. And I don't even know how I found it. I think it was just like one of those things that comes up on your recommended page on YouTube. So yeah, it's called Growing Season. And there's like 2 channels that post it, because it's like the global page of like the company that's posting it, and then like the regular page that has all the like original web dramas that this company makes. But both of them have English subtitles. I think one channel takes longer to upload than the other one. So like the other one, it comes out like immediately, but it's in Korean maybe for like a day or 2, and then the subtitles come on. I think that's how it works. I'm not quite sure, but anyways. So yeah. And then I marked in having a lazy day, so I used one of the word headers from the kit that I wasn't going to use to layer that icon on, because I just thought it would work well as a washi piece. So that icon is from the GP Studio, and then I did some designing that day, so that laptop is from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚙𝚜, and then I had another YouTube binge. So again, the YouTube icon is from the Sticker Party, and the YouTube binge script is from 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 1 or 2 left on the sheet, so that is something that I need to look into. And then I think here I was just trying to work out like how to mark the things that I did in the evening, because I didn't really do too much on the Saturday evening. So here I marked in that I purchased a pass for yoga, because we are going back to sort of like the studio that we were going to pre-COVID, and we decided to buy like a 10 class pass, seeing as we're only going to go once a week, and then we are going to yoga with like our local instructor as well. So like that's like a separate thing. So yeah. So I just used a credit card icon, and I totally didn't realize that there was a credit card icon in the kit, otherwise I would have used that. But that icon I do believe is from 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚙𝚜, which is left over from the kit. And then that evening I also spent the evening kind of working on my playlists on Spotify for 2020, because I do a playlist like every 3 months is what I did in 2020. And then I did transfer them to like my side account as well, to share on my Tumblr, just because I don't want to have my full name on my Tumblr, because my Spotify is linked to my Facebook, so it has like my whole name on it. So yeah, I don't know, if I ever end up doing like a flip through for my 2020 planner, I may link my playlists at the bottom. I think I did for like one of my flip throughs, but obviously because my videos are privated now, you can't really access that anymore, so apologies for that. So yeah, the headphone icon is from the GP Studio, and the little sticky note is from the kit. And then again, just filling in my dinner at the top, which I actually really enjoy how I did this, like the dinners and like the little things and any other sort of extra things in this little top bar section, because I feel like it definitely gives me more space in my spread to fill out things, whereas I think if I did like little things or whatnot, I wouldn't have as much space, but you know, yeah, so that's why I really like this layout of this planner. Anyways, and then on to Sunday, I marked in Pilates, so I think here I was just looking for an icon to use, because I did also run out of Pilates icons, and I just haven't had the chance to purchase them again from Fox and Cactus, because I wasn't sure if I was going to continue Pilates, but I think I am moving forward, so yeah. So that icon that I used is from the GP studio, just to mark in that Mum and I went to Pilates on Sunday, which that was, it was good. It wasn't like super intense, but it was quite a workout, so that was good. And also, like, I had injured myself, I think it was the Thursday, I like pulled a muscle in my leg, so it was actually really nice to go to Pilates because we did like a lot of stretching and whatnot, so I, like my leg didn't feel as sore, if that makes sense. And then after Pilates, we did more shopping, mainly because my mum wanted to run a few errands more than like actually like buying things, if that makes sense. Like, so we had to go to Typo because Mum wanted like a planner from Typo, because she gets a planner from Typo every year. So that was what we went there for. And also I had to get like a card to go with my girlfriend's gift. So yeah, and normally I buy her one from Typo because they have really like quirky ones. And then we ended up going to 𝚜𝚑𝚘𝚙𝚜 just kind of like to have a look. And I ended up buying a pencil case because I needed like another pencil case for all my planning supplies, because I have way too many pens and things. And I ended up buying one that has like 2 compartments, so I could put like my tweezers and my whiteout and all the things that normally get lost in my pencil case like in its own compartment, and then it's easy to find. And then we did also end up going to Kmart because I think Mum was looking for like a mirror or something, but she ended up finding what she was looking for. But we ended up buying like little jars to make like chia pudding and that kind of thing, like little desserts and whatnot, because you know, every time you go into Kmart you buy something. May not be what you're looking for, but you always buy something. So yeah, that was sort of like our outings. We had a nice fun outing, and then we went to lunch at the Vietnamese restaurant we always go to. So I marked that in the same way that I marked in going to dinner on the Thursday, but I used a half box, which is from Hello Petite Paper, because I needed a half box, and I think at this point I had run out of boxes in the kit. So yeah, and then we came home and napped because it was again quite hot that day, and I think we were just exhausted from like working out and shopping and like spending all this energy. So we did have a nap, and then, oh no, this was the day that I watched the drama. I was like, I didn't think it was New Year's Day that I watched it, but yeah, I watched this Australian drama on a streaming network called Stan, and yeah, it was okay. It was quite an easy watch because it was only like 20 minutes per episode or something like that, but yeah, I don't know if they'll have a season 2, but if they do, I probably will watch it. And that TV icon is from A Little Spark. So here's my finished spread, and I do really like how it turned out. And yeah, I really do like this layout, so I'm very excited to do more plan of me's in this planner. And I think I will continue doing this layout for at least the next month, and then maybe I will try and do like the washi at the bottom, sort of see how that looks maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, here's what I have left from the kit, which I have the headers and then like the date covers, because I didn't use them just because they were the same color as the washi. Some checklists, a little bit of the sidebar, and then I think I had like a few icons left, but other than that I did use majority of the kit. So yeah, I'm really happy with this plan with me and this planner and everything. I hope you enjoyed it too. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe. And as always, all the links to the shops below, all the links to the shops will be down below. Obviously not every single sticker that I use will be listed, because a lot of these things were like from freebies, like mainly the boxes and stuff, so I don't know where those are from. But other than that, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. But I really wanna tell you that I still get goosebumps whenever you call.